was a boss.
Hmm. Lord.
All right.
Okay.
So you made your 2003 list, right?
Yep. Top 8.
Yeah.
That's all to me there is. It ain't even a top 10. It was so bad.
Shit, my list was easy to make and shit.
So bad over a year. I ain't even like it.
Yeah, there was some trash, but there was some good shit. You just gotta know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
It's the hard knock life for us. So I want to dedicate this review to the victim of domestic violence and shit.
And who's that?
Just anybody going through it, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I feel like after the whole Puffy video came out, that's just been a hot topic.
Fuck him. That's what I say. He needs to be locked up.
I'm
Lock
like,
him
this
up.
nigga.
Lock him up.
I'm like, this nigga beat this girl in a towel.
You know what I mean?
It's
And
crazy.
Cassie stayed for that long. Like she should have killed him. You know.
But then you have people say, well, what did she do to deserve it? I'm just like, this bitch is. But y'all was so quick to condemn Chris
Mm-hmm.
Brown, Dre, and all
Uh-huh.
them. Y'all,
Yeah.
it's like y'all so quick to condemn Chris Brown and shit.
Right.
Granted, I'm not saying Chris is a victim. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like just keep that same energy. That's all I'm saying. What else is going on? Heavy D's daughter got the rights to Heavy D's estate. She controls that shit. So shout out to
Deserves it.
that.
She deserves it.
Nicki Minaj is currently making history by her current tour is the highest grossing hip hop tour from a female rapper.
That's what's up. Mhm.
I'm starting about 5 minutes. Honestly, this album is just a refresher, a breath of fresh air. I got tired of listening to Sexy Red and all them girls and shit.
Why you even
I'm like,
listening to them?
I don't listen to them.
Wasting your time. Oh, for shit. You
I
can't. You
don't
can't
listen.
get back those hours. Right? No.
Shit. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm waiting for Armani Caesar to. I'm like, where the hell she at?
She pregnant. You ain't here?
Oh well, congratulations to her.
Yeah. She ain't dropping the music no time soon. She's pregnant.
I'm gonna give rest in pieces to Steve Albany, dope producer. Rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to Dabney Coleman. I feel like I'm missing somebody else. Fuck it. Nah, Christian, I said highest grossing tour from a female rapper. That's what I said. 50 still has the highest grossing tour.
It's just hard to believe.
Right, because it was just like, it just show goes to prove that both Nicki and Megan are coming out right from this beef and shit. So,
Uh
whereas Drake is just, I don't know.
huh. Jake is this. What new Snoop track?
The one with the East Siders and Dog Pound.
Is that his or the Dog Pound zone? I think that's for the Dog Pound. Dog Pound dropping. Are they dropping this week? Their new album?
I believe so. All right, 2 more minutes. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love on the produced hip hop beats video last Friday. Also, we're just gonna do a double review on a new Erica Badu New America albums next week, Sunday.
All right.
Plus, cause I was at that gig last night. I didn't get back home till like 11ish too, so I was like, fuck it. I'm tired. Fuck this. But it was a good ass gig though. I got a crazy story though.
Of course you do.
They had a theme song like Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married, a Run DMC remix, which I never liked that song, but that's besides the point. And they done forgot the candles inside, so they said to play a song, right? So you didn't play a song. I was gonna. They didn't tell me ahead of time what to play that Jagged Edge song, so I just played UGK's International Players Anthem after they got married. But then it was, no, chill out, because the pastor was there. I played the explicit version. I accident.
What?
Well, they got married. They got married, so I was just like, I didn't know how long they were looking for the candles and shit. It's not my fault. They looking.
Yeah.
I had to improvise, but it's not. I played a Jagged Edge song. I was like, oh well, damn, y'all should have just said that.
Okay.
It's not like I play Foxy Brown or some little Karen shit.
I don't know. What's she gonna play? What was he gonna play?
Shit, maybe Crush on You. Doo doo. Let me get ready to start this shit. I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
What's up, YouTube? How everyone doing this lovely day? This is your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy Try in the building with me. How you doing, boss?
What up?
Right. So you know how we gotta do on this day in hip hop. And on this day in hip hop, May 20th, 1997, KRS-One dropped his third studio album, I Got Next.
Ooh.
Yes. This is a very interesting album. To me. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of fans love this album. Me personally, I like it. I don't want to really say I love it, but it is a very great album in its own right. This came out 2 years after his self-titled album, which is probably my second favorite KRS-One album, in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? And it was known for singles like "Step Into a World," which I never liked that song. I'm gonna be real with you. All right.
What? You crazy?
It's like to me, if I'm at a hip hop concert and I hear it, depending on how the DJ transitions it, I will fuck with it. But compared to like Sound of the Police, MCs act like they don't know. And I'm just kind of his solo discography right now and shit. You know, compared to like songs like that, it's never really been like a go-to song in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I just never really liked that beat. Like I feel like that beat was just.
You're crazy.
I don't even like the Puffy remix too. So, which is
I'll pass on the Puffy remix. That don't even sound right.
Which is kind of crazy. Like KRS-One being like kind of like anti-establishment and Puffy being mainstream, but which brings me to really like the flip-floppiness of this album. It's like KRS-One, he had always been to himself hip hop authentic, but there was like a lot of tracks here that kind of had like a radio friendlier appeal to it, which not saying it's all bad though, because I like Come to the Party. That was dope. Blau with Redman was fire. I like that one. A Friend, that's actually my favorite KRS-One song and one of my favorite showbiz beats he's ever done. But then you have some shit like Heartbeat with Redman and Angie Martinez. Yes, that Angie Martinez. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was like her first appearance on a rap album, if I'm not mistaken. They got the Over Your Head song, which that was like a heavy metal song. I'm just like, You know what I'm saying? I already said my thoughts on Step Into a World and everything. So it's just like with this album, it's a good album. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. I will still bump this album compared to a lot of his other latter works. But if you're expecting like Return of the Boom Bap and the self-titled album, you might be slightly disappointed. It's like he's still being himself, but at the same time, it's like a bit more radio friendlier and shit like that too. And hell, like they had to publicize this a Puff Daddy remix on this fucking sticker right here, so that should tell you something. But yeah, I've done I think we've done a review. Yeah, we've done a review on this album years ago. So, what's your thoughts on this album?
It was cool. I love Step Into a World. I think that was a dope song. Um, what was the second single? Was it, oh, I forgot the name of that joint.
I got you. It's Heartbeat.
Was that no? Was that the one with Redman?
Yeah.
No, the second single. He had like a video for it. It was like in black and white. I forgot the name of that joint. That was dope.
Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
I forgot this. I forgot the second single from it, but he had a video for it though. I think Eddie Martinez was in it with him. But I mean, it was a pretty good album. I mean, I still love Return of the Boom Bap and the self-titled one. I think that's his best solo albums from BDP. But this one was okay. It was listenable compared to all that other shit he was dropping in the 2000s.
Yeah, because
minus the Buckshot album. The Buckshot album was dope. Survival Skills, that was dope.
Yeah, that was dope. See, with the 2000s, yeah. I like the Sneak Attack. I like that one. The one with Marley Marl, Hip Hop Lives, was pretty cool. It was nice that him rapping on Marley Marl beats. Yeah. Survival Skills, like you mentioned, was fire. Very fire. Yeah. Let me think. Yeah, I mean, as far as
we already did Missy Elliott reviews, Kristen. Where you was?
Yeah, man. But other than that, I do highly recommend the KRS One album. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a nice cap off to like the Jive record, because this is actually, I forgot to mention, this was his last album on Jive too. So yeah. All right. So today we're going to talk about Rapsody with the Please Don't Cry album that just recently came out this past Friday. Let me share this right quick. This album came out, you know what I'm saying, on Jamla Records and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying. It came out with 3 singles: Asteroids, Stand Tall, and 3 a.m. It was produced by Andre Migo, Anthony Marquise, Reed, Black Odyssey, Coleman, Corbett, Pit Pro, Eric G, Hit Boy, Jamil, ARC, Jamarcus Bridges, Lona Star Music, Major 7, Nicole Buss, Precious Adu, Rapsody herself, S1, Sir Tim, Central.
Where's Ninth Wonder? Like, I don't know none of these other producers you got.
Yeah, I thought Ninth Wonder was on this shit. I'm on Rap Genius right now and shit. So
you mentioned something about Ninth Wonder in one of the songs. I don't know if she and Ninth Wonder had a falling out, or she just wanted to take her sound in a different direction.
Yeah. Yeah, Christian, we did Missy Elliott's first 2 albums, man. Yeah, we did her first 2 albums.
Now, if you want to donate so that we can do the others, that's greatly appreciated, Christian. You know, anything's better than that UMC shit that you gave us to review. You know,
right? If I'm not mistaken, I think I got almost all the albums now. I'm just missing 2, so I'm down.
I got her first 3.
Yeah, I got her first 3 and the Cookbook album.
Cookbook was dope. That was a dope one.
That was alright. Yeah. But yeah, guest appearances include Felicia Rashad. Yes, that Felicia Rashad. BB Dixon, Erica Badu, Alex Haley, Bibi Borelli, Keznamdi, Nicole Buss. If I'm fucking up these names, I'm sorry. Nicole Brim, Lil Wayne, Baby Tate, and Amber Navarin. All right, you guys should know who Rapsody is. We've definitely talked about a couple of her works. I want to say we did a review on Layla's Wisdom, and we did the Eve album too.
We did the
So
E.
I'm not,
Yeah. We did the
yeah,
E.
yeah, we did. We definitely did Eve. I got it at some point. I'm definitely gonna circle back to her independent albums, like the Idea of Beautiful and whatnot too. So
Mm.
Eve was very good album. So after the release of Eve and shit like that, she kind of took a little break and everything whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? She took like a little 5 year hiatus. I mean, she was still doing guest appearances here and there and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? And I think like we mentioned something like how she wanted to like really step her songwriting game up and everything when it came to this
Mm.
album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was definitely well needed. I feel like this album was very, very, very. It kind of follows the same concept of Eve, but is more self-reflective. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up some more notes. But yeah, man. This is the album cover right here. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very dope album cover and everything like that too. Kind of fits the whole album and shit. You know, and you know it's kind of crazy because she recently done an interview, you know, and she was talking about how at times like she would sometimes feel disrespected by like a lot of the hip hop heads and stuff and too because of the times like people will say, oh, her music is not like stuff you would play at a club, and this is stuff that even my friends have even told me about Rhapsody too because you know you got to understand like when Rhapsody was really really blowing up. She came out around the time when the Cardi B's was blowing up. You know, Nicki was still holding, Nicki was still in the reign and everything, and then he had the City Girls coming out and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So, and of course the Lottos, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? She was like, let's just face it. You know, to the average crowd who listens to those kind of music, they won't really appreciate the Rap City tonight. I kind of hate to say it though, but it's like you know because and I hate to use this term too, conscious, and there's nothing wrong with being conscious, absolutely nothing wrong with being conscious, but you know people want to listen to music where it's just like pop and lean and all this other shit, but that's another story for a different day and everything too.
Mm.
So yeah, man, this album has 22 tracks and everything too, you know what I'm saying? So definitely can't wait to get this shit started. We're gonna get started with the first track called She's Expecting You. Pretty nice way to kick off the album. It has Fleetwood Shaw kind of like being like the narrator, like the spiritual guidance and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, she, you know, just giving Rhapsody advice about self-reflecting and everything. And I definitely fuck with this track right here. You know, this is definitely a nice way to kick off the track. Fleetwood Shaw has always been, respected figure, especially when it comes to our culture and shit like that too. So yeah, man, very dope skit.
Yeah, I mean to have Claire Huxtable on your album is a huge feature because she don't do collaborations on rap albums, and just what she was saying like on the outro and on the intros and stuff, and she's telling Rhapsody, do you really know who you are? And you have Rhapsody was like contemplating, and she seemed like she was misunderstood, and she was trying to understand who she is as an artist and as a person, and saying things like, you realize your own truth, you have to really live it, and the truth scares a lot of people. So I
Right.
definitely liked her message. Like, you got to be yourself. A lot of people get lost, especially on social media. A lot of people get lost on social media, and they portray somebody they're not in front of the camera. And then when the cameras go off, it's like they're a different person. But I think it's important that people remain who they are, no matter what. I'm gonna still be me, regardless whether it's a live stream or not. So people gonna love it, people gonna hate it, but at the end of the day, you got to be happy with who you are.
Very well said, by the way. Before we go into the next song, I want to give a quick shout out to Kuji and everything who finally had a chance to watch us because every time we probably go on, especially we've been doing these early reviews, he's apparently at work and shit too. So I'm finally doing a late review
Shout out
for
to
his ass.
Coogee, man. Yo, we got to do something with Coogee. You got to come back on here.
I know he's just been busy as hell lately. So
Yeah.
whenever he's free, he's free. Also shout out to Cavase. He just hit me up talking about he just got home and everything. So
Cavase.
he's gonna
I
tune
didn't,
in.
I didn't get a chance to link up with Cavase this weekend. We gotta definitely make that happen.
Yeah, I
Shout out
saw
to
some
Cavase.
saw some of the videos on IG. That shit look fire.
Yeah.
All right. Track number 3, we got some Atlanta. Another very dope track. I love the way how those drums was really like the main kick when it came to this song right there. I love the way how they were hidden on this track too. Um, what I got from this track right here is just like pretty much being careful about how much stuff you observe from the media when you're trying to find your own soul, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And find your own identity in the world. And I kind of felt like it was a pretty deep song, especially with these growing times too. And I love the line when she says, "In a nutcase, unbelievable, like false accusers, rapists, they scream rape. Does history repeat like Emmett's? I hesitate, conflicting wanting the guilty to receive common conviction. May innocent get redemption? Did Michael really do it? I know the media's influence. Forgive me for my doubts, but so many times it's been proven how men lie, women lie, lies run the world before the truth lies its shoes. What's real? What's illusion? Can you tell me?" You know what I'm saying? So pretty interesting Michael Jackson line right there too, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, this one is definitely a highlight of the song too. This is probably one of my many favorites from this album.
Yeah, Marlana, this was fire. Love the pianos on this. It had like, some jazz on it, nice beat. She says the one they call boring, still boarding. I'm on scene, I'm morphine. I try to ease your pain, now I'm morphine. I loved her verse on here. It was like nice little track to start off the album, really.
Definitely. All right, now we're gonna move on to the next track, Asteroids. This is produced by Hit Boy and Corbett. Pretty dope track as well too. You know what I'm saying? Just another song like with the theme demanding respect and whatnot. Yeah, this one was pretty straight. I like the beat from Hit Boy too.
Yeah, this was alright. I think this was the first single, and Rhapsody. She says, advice I give, how I'm underpaid when a motherfucker like me is nice like this. Nobody write my shit. It was cool. I don't think I would have released this as a first single though.
I kind of have to agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? This has like more third, fourth single quality, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because there are a couple of songs I kind of wish was single, but we're gonna get into that when we get into that. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Next song we got is "Look What You've Done." This is actually one of my favorite tracks on this album. To be real with you, you know what I'm saying? And she kind of talked about a lot of shit. Like she talks about how she almost left the game and whatnot too because like I said, a lack of respect. And then once we get into like the second verse, she's talking about she's mentioning like Lauryn Hill, and
Hmm.
she's mentioning how like when she got that Grammy nomination, she pretty much felt like she was not really getting her just due from the black community compared to like the white community. Because if you get nominated for a Grammy and everything, you know that means like everybody, like the critics and top elites, are looking at you and shit too.
Hmm.
So
Right.
yeah, man. I love this line on the second verse when she says, I wonder all the time I Lauren left. Some days I feel like I'll do the exact same thing. The whip, chains, money, and fame talk. The pressure made a diamond. I put that in a ring. I'm too black. I'm too this. Till black girls meet me and tell me they feel seen. The Grammys were the first ones to nominate rap. I just want awards for my all black everything. That's a very deep ass line, though. To be real with you,
Yeah.
that's very deep.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting too because it's like with like I said, it's like what I mentioned earlier. It's like when it comes to like the more mainstream crowd, they wouldn't even like gravitate to a music like that too. So
Right.
yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites from this album.
I mean, we've seen this go on forever in hip hop. When you have female artists like Rod Digger or Bahamadia, MC Light, I felt like they were ignored because they wasn't sexual. They wasn't, showing eye candy. and they were more about the music than anything else. They wasn't out in they wasn't out in scandals and stuff. And when you had Kim and Foxy, they got more attention. You know, Trina, you know, Jackie O, they got more attention because they were all about, you know, sex and, you know, showing a body. And I mean, that's what attracted men so and women. So you know, naturally they're going to be promoted more. You know what I'm saying? But they, you know, like when they were out, there was like people was complaining there's not a balance in hip hop for females. It's like you got to be overtly sexual to sell records. You know what I'm saying? And then when Missy came, she changed all of that. When the Brat came out, she changed all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Salt and Pepper was sexual too, but they wasn't overtly sexual to the point where they're just showing skin to show it. Like they had a message in a song. Let's talk about sex. Like they was messages, you know, Miss Independent, you know, express yourself, and they did it with class, you know.
Right.
So I definitely agree with Rhapsody and what she's saying because she's not showing no skin. You know what I'm saying? And she's not making no ratchet songs, and it's all about bars with her. You know what I'm saying? You had a producer like Ninth Wonder do most of her production early on, and he's known to work with a lot of underground artists. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like she's being ignored for the Sexy Reds and the Glorillaz and Lola Brooks because that's their thing. They're doing ratchet shit and they're all about, you know, sex and mainstream, and Rhapsody's not for that. And she's bringing positivity that's sorely needed in rap, especially for young women now in this era. And she's being ignored. You know what I'm saying? So I could definitely understand what she's saying. You know, I thought it was a great song. I thought it was dope. It was melodic. Love the beat for it, the bass line for it. You know, we need Rhapsody in this in rap. You know what I'm saying? That's the balance. You know, we need that.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that, fam. Definitely. All right. Next track we got is DND. It's not personal. This is another one of my favorites on this album. That's like, yeah, that's definitely another one of my favorites. It has like a little G Funk edge to it. If you guys recognize that chorus, it's pretty much interpolates the Monica song "Don't Take It Personal" off the Miss Thing album, R&B classic. Some
Hmm.
of Dallas Austin's best work, if you ask me.
Yep.
You know, this one is just definitely talking about like self care. You know what I'm saying? How one should take care of themselves mentally. Definitely love this one. I love the synths that they'll use on this track as well too. So yeah, I mean, this one should be a nice. I could see this being a nice summer single, in my opinion.
Right. I love it. I think she's just, you know, talking about just having a day to herself and relaxing, turning her phone off, not being bothered with nobody, not wanting to talk to nobody, you know, just going away to a beach. And I definitely love the message on this song. And you know, she said, you know, it's me, myself, and me. Do not disturb me. I ain't got it. Whatever you about to ask me. So she just like, yo, just leave me alone. I'm not answering no calls, no text messages. I don't want to be bothered. And that's how I be feeling sometimes. Like, yo, I turn my phone off for 10 hours straight, and I won't give a damn. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
how.
like when I turn it back on, that's when I see all the messages. I'm like, yo, leave me alone. I'm chilling. You know, but I just have that natural mentality. I'm the only child, so it's like I always had that mentality. So it's like I'm good just chilling by myself. I don't need a whole bunch of people around me. You know, if I go out, it's not gonna be a whole bunch of people around me. Maybe one or two people. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely could relate to that.
That's how I'm gonna be like on my vacation and shit. I'm just gonna
Right,
like, look, I'm gonna be
right,
gone. I'm like, I might not even talk to people that week leading up to it. To be real.
right.
But yeah. Yeah. Very, very, very dope joint. Next track is Black Pop Star. This features Dixon. This one is another one of my favorites, believe it or not, too. It kind of reminds me of that J. Cole song, I want to say from the KOD album ATM.
Yeah.
Like it has a definitely that. It kind of has like a similar melody to that track too.
Right.
You know, so which is a track at first when I first heard it, I wasn't really too big on, but
Yeah, I wasn't.
it, it's kind of growing on me now. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And yeah, this track is pretty much just talking about like mainstream success and everything like that too. And again, using that whole trap melody is just somewhat with the theme. So definitely another favorite of mine.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I don't like the trap beat at all, regardless of who was doing it. I just didn't. I'm like, this is definitely going for a different audience with this one,
Yeah.
you know. But I mean, like you said, yeah, when the J Cole joint came out from KOD, I didn't like it at first. I'm like, what the fuck J Cole doing on this trap beat? You know what I'm saying? And
Send it.
then like after a while, like when you hear the album, it fits with the album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
But he
like,
did it good. But that's not. I don't want to hear a whole album of that shit from J Cole.
I was like, he was hanging around with 21 Savage a
Yeah,
bit too much and shit.
yeah, you can tell. Yeah, he thought he could do what he was doing and shit. Oh, let me do what 21 do.
But that's one thing I do respect about Cole. He's not afraid to experiment with his flow, in my
Right,
opinion.
right, and you don't stay stuck in it. That's the thing. You don't stay. Oh, well, I did this. Let me stay on this shit.
Right.
You know, it's like he did it, and then he move on to something else.
Exactly. I guess that's why I like the KOD album because it's just like it was like him just branching out, getting out from that shot. Because it was a big improvement over For Your Eyes Only, which to
Yes,
me
I
that's
agree.
probably I hate to say it's probably his weakest album, but it's mostly his weak album due to like the production
A
and
lot of
whatnot.
people love that album. I'm like, it must be just me and Reg because I don't think that album was great.
It's like lyrically it was good, but it was to me was the production was a weak point. And I
Yeah.
know that was like his mature album. I get it.
Hmm.
But these people, these fans, when they say, "Oh, this is mature," they want to equate that to evolution and whatnot. Honestly, I say Forest Hills Drive is his most mature album. That's just me
Right.
keeping it the buck.
Right.
Hell, where's the love for Born Sinner? Where's the love for
Exactly.
that album?
The most underrated.
Oh
And
my
it's like they sit up there and they bitch complain about Drake. Oh, Drake don't make mature music. But then when you had J. Cole making mature music, talking about folding clothes and taking care of his kids because he's a married man, they got him they got on him for that. So make up your mind.
exactly.
You don't want mature music because you're gonna clown the nigga, but then you don't want Drake still doing songs for little girls. So it's
Make
like
it happen.
they don't even know what they want.
Exactly. That's why I just don't even focus on what
You know
people
what I'm
think.
saying?
I
This
just
is why I said like Jay-Z 444 should have been made back in the 2000s because
right.
that was his album of where he is at right now in his life. He's not selling bricks no more in Marcy Projects. You know, I don't expect Jay at what is he like 50 now to give me volume 4. He's not doing that no more. So it wouldn't be believable.
All right. Next track we got is Stand Tall. Um, this one was pretty okay. I do like the soulful take on this one. It gave me that vintage Rhapsody sound to it. You know what I'm saying? So this is a highly recommend. It's alright.
Yeah, this was dope. I liked it. There's a video for it too, and she's like she's talking with Sanaa Lathan.
Yeah.
And Sanaa Lathan is like I guess she's like playing like a psychiatrist or something, and she and Rhapsody's having a conversation, and Rhapsody has some dope lines in this. She said, so I ain't got no answers. You can believe what you choose. I'm trying to focus at night without waking up panicking. Either you Annie or you Anakin. You gonna shine or fade the black as a result of all your damages. I like the joint. I just felt like the conversation with her and Sanaa Lathan was just way too long. Like it could have been like a separate interview and separate from the song.
I agree. I definitely agree with you about that. All right, next song we got is That One Time. Um, this is a very heavy track right here too. You know what I'm saying? So she talks about how she is with this guy, but the guy is like not like he's pretty much treating her like shit. So pretty much, she has like she experimented being with a woman and stuff like that too. and she ends up having an affair with like a married woman and a married person and stuff like that too. Excuse me. And she feels like that's just like contradicting with her beliefs and everything. So yeah, this one was pretty dope. I like this.
I think I think she used to be straight, and I think she's bi now. Even though she hasn't come out and said anything. But just when you hear like the album, she's like there's certain songs on the album where she talked about it. I think she's a lesbian, but she hasn't come out officially and said anything, which is fine. It doesn't change, you know, her music or who she is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she doesn't want people to know, you know, that personal side to her. But I thought the joint was fire. You know, I love the beat on it, and she's saying, you know, allow yourself to not be perfect. I'm such a hypocrite. Insecurity. I never felt socially accepted or wanted physically. Got me changing, experimenting. I fell in love with the now that line where she says, "I fell in love with the dot dot dot." That's like leaving the listener to guess who she's talking about. Is it a man or a woman? But at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter anyway, because I don't care who she sleep with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in her bed. I could care less. I'm listening to her as an artist and her contributions to hip hop. So if she's straight, if she's bi, if she's a lesbian, it shouldn't matter.
I agree. All right, moving on to the next song, which is a nice transition. It's called 3 a.m. This is a recent single that just came out, which features Erica Badu, whom we are currently reviewing her stuff right now too. If you guys have not checked that out, please do. So this one, she wrote this one after she gone through the relationship and she focused on what was beautiful about it. I love the beat. This sound definitely sound like it could have even came out within like the last decade. Like
Hmm.
it gave me that feel from like the internet,
Yeah.
especially the that ego. What was the album? The Ego Death album and shit like that too. The one that
Hmm.
came out like in 2015, which I feel like that was a dope,
Yeah.
dope album in my
Definitely.
personal opinion.
Definitely.
And having Erica Badu collaborating with on the chorus was definitely a nice touch. I always loved their chemistry together. So yeah, very, very, very great track. I love it.
That she performed this with Erica. Um, they had like some type of conversation on YouTube on her channel, and it definitely should be a single if it's not yet. It has neo soul and neo soul sounds, jazzy. You got Rhapsody saying "Make up, wake up, and spin the block again." It's different when you lovers and you best friends. I feel safe with you, the most vulnerable that I can be. Right around this time of the morning at 3. So, then Erica Badu was on the chorus, and yeah, this you could tell this is definitely like made to be a single, and she picked like the neo soul queen herself to be on this track with her.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. All right, give me one quick second. My laptop's trying to freeze up on me. All right, perfect. All right, so the next song we're gonna go right into Loose Rocks, which features Alex Haley. This is a nice little smooth joint right here and everything. Alex Haley is actually the daughter of Ernie Isley from the Isley Brothers. You
Mm-hmm.
know, too, you know what I'm saying? Ernie Isley, definitely a very dope guitarist, in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really checked out any of her music. I might have to keep some
He did
out.
an album last year with Terrace Martin.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
Yeah, that was good. I definitely that was on my list, my like best albums of last year.
Yeah, definitely.
It was like an EP. It was like 9 songs, but it was dope. It was like hip hop, neo soul.
yeah, definitely your favorite right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So yeah, I fuck with this song. It's pretty smooth.
yeah. It started off as an acapella, and then like towards the end of the track is like the beat comes in just for a little bit, and then it fades out into acapella again. And Alex Isley was on the chorus, and she was doing her thing, and it was dope. And then at the end of the song, Rhapsody's having a conversation. I want to say it was with her granny, The old lady
Yeah,
was she was talking to at the end of like on the phone and
like a
that's
aunt.
how huh? Oh, her aunt. Okay, her aunt and like her aunt is like telling them, be safe out there, and it was dope.
Yeah, man. I definitely love that phone call
Yeah,
and stuff. I this album, I definitely like the transitions into like the songs. Sometimes it went a bit too long for my
right.
taste.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk more about that when we talk more about album and shit too. So now we're gonna get into Diary of a Mad Bitch featuring BB Borelli. What did I say about the song? I'm gonna be real with you. This song was pretty okay to me. You know,
hmm
I didn't really care for this one too much
right,
and everything. I do feel like she definitely gave a good performance
right.
and everything. And I do got what she was talking about, how the feds are using a lyrics, for RICO charges, like the stuff that Gunna and Young Thug, those niggas are going through right now too. But I don't know. I don't know. I could have taken it or leave it though. It's not a bad
Yeah.
song, but not one of my favorites.
It was okay. It was more tempo. It was like an aggressive track. With her vocals, she sounded like angry, like
Yeah,
that that bitch. She had like the angry. She brought the angry vibe to the song. It was something different that we don't hear from the Rhapsody. So we had like some rock guitars on the track also.
right. Like it kind of gave me like a Black Thought kind of feel. I kind of see Black Thought on this one to be real with you.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so moving on, we're gonna go into Never Enough. Oh my god, yo, featuring Kes Namdi and Nicole Bus. This might actually be my favorite track on the album. I'm gonna be real with you.
Right.
Like, this is a nice summer track. Yo, if she don't release this song as a single though, if this
Mhm.
song don't come out as a motherfucking single,
Right.
something's gonna happen, man. Cause this
We're
this
gonna
is
we're
this.
gonna we're gonna riot and have a petition. Come out with the
I
right damn singles.
shit, cause nah, this
Sometimes the
track,
artists they leave it up to the record label to pick the singles, and that's why the album don't do good.
right? Because the record label wants to just catch that certain audience and shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? No, but for real though, like this track right here, this one is fire in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much talking about how she can't really rush love and whatnot too, but she's just gonna enjoy the moment.
Right.
Like it kind of reminds me of like Queen Latifah's "Weekend Love,"
Yes.
which is one of my favorite Queen
I
Latifah
love that.
songs she's ever done.
Yeah.
That's on the Black Rain album, classic album,
Yep.
the best-selling album too. So
Right.
yeah, this track right here. This one should be a motherfucking single. I
Definitely.
want to
And she's rapping over a Jamaican beat. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
like, which is not something different from Rhapsody. She's never done that, and it's definitely a radio friendly type of song. You know what I'm saying? And it just have like summertime, Caribbean vibes, and I love it.
Yeah, I definitely like this one. All right, next track is called "He Shot Me." So this one kind of continues on with the reggae influence because she pretty much interpolates the Bob Marley track "Ash Shot the Sheriff," which is a lot of people's favorite Bob Marley song and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? I do like the song. I even like the Eric Clapton version of it too, believe it or not. But it's not touching the Bob Marley track. It's not touching
Eric
that.
Clapton did a version.
Yeah, that was the version EPMD sample for you guys to
Oh,
the
okay.
not the Strictly Business track. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was actually one of his first singles he did when he first big song when he went solo too. But anyway,
Right.
I'll send it to you.
All right.
So this one right here again, talking about pretty much a girl who pretty much got shot by the cops and everything, and it's been said that she actually wrote this around the time the Breonna Taylor case was happening
Right.
and stuff like that too, and yeah, man, and that case alone, just to this day, is just still fucked up shit to happen. But yeah, and it's pretty much close to it was pretty much close to home with her and everything. So this one right here is a very strong song. Love it. Very, very, very dope. One of my other favorites.
Definitely a banging track. She even mentioned Rihanna in the song,
Right,
and she's saying dedicated to Asada, broke our fifth chakra in memory of the rosters who fought with us for Brianna. We still dealing with the trauma, praying for the mom in civil suits. They give a salute, but ain't no healing in the comments. So this should be a single too. Like just everything that happened during the pandemic, the rioting, George Floyd getting killed, all of that
right.
should be. I can see the video now for it. Like all of that should be part of the video, and it's a song for the people. It's a song for the society and what's been going on. That's still going on now, and I'm glad she made a song like this.
I'm glad too. All right, next song, God's Light. Um, just to already mention, she mentioned Nipsey also in this and the previous song, and she also threw in a Nipsey reference in this song too.
Like,
Pretty much just talking about how her faith is going to keep her through the hard times and everything like that too. But at the same time, she's questioning why is it our people are like dying, and why is it our people like dying in senseless deaths and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? So I love the reference she gave when she said, "Me and Ninth relationship like Q-Tip and Fives. Decisions come with karma. That's just part of the price." Very, very, very dope line right there too.
but
So
there you go. There's your answer. That's why not the one that ain't on here because Q-Tip and Fife were going at it, and I think that's what she's referring to. That she and Ninth are on the outs right now.
sure, you never know. I ain't starting shit. But I'm just saying you never know. But anyway, yeah, this one was pretty hot. I like this one.
This was dope. I definitely like the beat. She said, "What I need, God knows. I got on my knees and told. I let my soul cry if the frequency lo-fi." I thought it was dope. A nice beat for it too.
Definitely. Next track is called "Back in My Bag." This one was pretty straight too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. She just, was just mentioning, just continuing on with the theme from the last song and everything. I like it.
No, I don't like the trap beat. Not a fan.
I
That,
feel you.
that's the new single out now too. There's a video for it that came out.
Yeah.
But like I said, like I don't know. I wouldn't. Some of these singles she picking, I'm like, she's trying to cater to a younger crowd. I'm like, the younger audience don't give a fuck about what she's saying. That's the problem.
Interesting. All right. That's an interesting take right there. So we're gonna go into the Nico's interlude, which just like a more motivational talk and everything. I mean, it was alright.
I don't know who Nico is. I guess that's one of her artists or whatever. But I like the beat.
Yeah. Moving on to Raw featuring Lil Wayne. Out of all the songs on this album, I'm gonna be real with you. This is like the most Ninth Wonder esque song on the
Right.
album.
Yeah.
It definitely had gave that 2000s Ninth Wonder. You know what I'm saying? Like the Buckshot and Ninth
Mhm.
Wonder albums, which I definitely feel like are very slept on.
Oh yeah, for
And shit.
sure.
Yeah. What up? What up, Mike? How you doing,
Michael first.
boss? Yeah, man. This one right here was pretty good, and Lil Wayne, he definitely ate at this song too, in my personal opinion and shit. And is it one of his best performances? I mean,
No.
I wish you. Yeah, because he had like a more slower flow. I kind of wish
Yeah.
he had a more faster flow on this one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Wheezy is still Wheezy. That's all I'm gonna say. He's still doing his thing. But yeah, Rapsody, she still ate at this track, so I like this.
It was cool. It wasn't the best Lil Wayne feature, but it was
Yeah,
alright.
definitely. All right, next track is called "Lonely Women." So this was a very interesting track right here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like she was rapping, but she was having an orgasm when she was rapping.
Yeah. So she was moaning.
Like, yeah, man. I'm trying to pull up some lyrics on Rap Genius, but they don't have the lyrics up yet. I feel like they don't want to post any of the lyrics, so to be real with you. But
No.
yeah, but yeah, she's trying to. it kind of gave me some Velvet Rope kind of vibes. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm just like, this
Mm-hmm.
might be a Velvet Rope moment.
Yeah,
Just keep it real,
right.
because that's the thing. That you know what? That's the thing. This album kind of reminded me of Velvet Rope in a
Right.
weird, twisted way. But we'll talk more about it when we
Mm-hmm.
talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different song for Rhapsody. I guess maybe I want to know what made her want to do a song like this. Like she's talking about
Right,
masturbating, and it's I guess for lonely women. That's the name of the title of the song, "Lonely Women," and a lot of lonely women can relate to that. You know, they might have like sex toys, or you know, they might just want to play with themselves. And I think it's definitely one of those songs for for the lonely women out there. And she's like moaning on the song and talking about playing with herself. So it's definitely a different track for Rhapsody, and it's a short track too. It's not even a full track.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted it to be like a longer song, but it's like a minute. You know what I mean? But it was dope. But it's just, I guess she's trying different things, and she is a woman, and she's not really, she hasn't really not too many times. There's some times that she did do songs like that where she talked about love and relationships, but not a song like this. This is like totally different for
Yeah, man. I'm just like, yo, rap. Oh shit.
her. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, gotta respect it though.
yeah.
All right, next track, a ballad for homegirls. Pretty emotional song right here and everything. You know what I'm saying? Just a dedicate to women who just gone through trials of life and everything. You know, definitely a relevant song, especially for things that just got exposed. But that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, this one was pretty hot too, man. It gave me that vintage Rhapsody style.
Moving on, Ballad for Homegirls.
Yes, sir.
That was dope. That was like she's talking about women being with no good niggas that cheat and they play games, and even though they do all that, women still take them back because they don't have the willpower to get rid of them for whatever reason, and she's having a conversation with her friend, and I thought it was dope.
Definitely. All right. Track 20, Please Don't Cry, interlude featuring Felicia Rashad. Um, yeah, this is pretty much continuing off, the theme of the album. Felicia Rashad being like the narrator and everything. It's alright,
Yeah, it was cool. Felicia's talking about she's saying love so deeply that you taste it, cry, feel, become. You are beautiful, and she's giving words of inspiration. I thought it was good.
definitely. Alright, moving on to the next track, we got Faith featuring produced by Major Seven. Pretty great out, pretty great song, nice way to end off the track. But honestly, I would kind of put this switch it with the Please Don't Cry interlude. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me.
Yeah, it was definitely had a gospel sound to this track. The beat was fire. You got the pianos. She says, reciting Hebrew, the devil fell from heaven, patched his wings, kissed his boo boos. My spirit broken, so I know faith is what I can't lose. So it was more like inspirational tracks of not losing her faith, and it had like a gospel sound to it.
Definitely. Alright, and the last track is Please Don't Cry. Um, this one right here was another personal track. And she actually got the influence from this track from No ID, the producer. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to No ID, very dope producer. She said that this one right there, yeah, like you have to really put this on the record because it just like speaks about you. So this one was Dre. I like this one.
It was cool. It was I liked it.
Right. So overall, this is a very great album in my personal opinion. I definitely like the concept of this album. Do I like it better than Eve though? I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like it's not as good as Eve. Well, it's not as good as Eve, but it's a rightful evolution towards the songwriting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give this one 4.2 out of 5.
I think it was way too many songs, 22 tracks. She should have shortened the album. Um, the singles they picking, I don't like the singles that they picking at all.
Right,
There's other songs on here that should be singles. The 3 a.m. joint with Erykah Badu, um, Never Enough, like you had mentioned. What else? I know Stand Tall. Stand Tall was cool. I just didn't like the long ass interview with her and Sanaa Lathan. I don't think it was needed. Um, but there's some songs on here that should be singles. D&D, and it was soulful. It was jazzy. You still had the boom bap production, even though Ninth Wonder wasn't on the album.
right,
Um, and it's a positive album for young women and for everyone. Just Rhapsody just felt like she was delving more into her personal life, trying different things on this album that she never done before, and you know, I enjoyed it. I thought it was this is the type of album that Grammys are gonna look at. Killer Mike, his album dropped last year, Michael, and that was a phenomenal album. And I think this is the type of album the Grammys are gonna be watching. So
right,
she's definitely going for that Grammy next year. It was dope. Having Felicia Rashad on here, giving words of inspiration on the intro and the interludes was dope. And she didn't she didn't overload the album with a whole bunch of features on every song. I hate when artists do that.
right,
You have like 15 tracks and only 13, only two of them out of the 15 is like by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like it was a little bit too long. She could have shortened it to like maybe 15 tracks, maybe 13 tracks, but I think it's dope. I think it's definitely a different album from her previous stuff. I'm giving it 4 mics. I definitely enjoyed it. Songs like he shot me need to be a single also. He shot me, Never Enough, 3 a.m., that one time, D&D. All of those should be singles. So for me, it's 4 mics. I think it's definitely an album that's needed right now. Especially when it comes to women in hip hop. We don't have a lot of these type of albums. It's people want to hear Sexy Red and Lola and Cardi, and I'm not a fan of none of those females. This is the album right here that a lot of women and just hip hop heads in general need in their on their playlist right now.
I agree. All right, so moving on to the next part of this list is going to be our top 8 R&B albums of '03. I really can't wait to see what track on this list. I can't wait.
Yeah. I barely have 8 because it was such a fucked up year. I don't know why you chose to do this year. It was bad.
Just want to do something different. Just want to do some shit. All right, so my number 8 is going to be a surprise pick. And this album to me is a very underrated album. And it's Amy Winehouse with the first album, Frank.
Okay.
So this one is often gets neglected compared to like the Back to Black album, which I feel like that's a very great album too in its own right. This one it has like a little jazz edge to it. I love tracks like I Heard Love Is Blind, Fuck Me Pumps, In My Bed, Take the Box. I know her biopic is out, but I'm not in a rush to see it to be real with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wait till the hype dies down for that, but this was a pretty straight album. I like it.
All right, number 8 for me is Monica After the Storm. One of my favorites, and to me, one of the last great Monica albums. You know, she definitely had some joints on here. So Gone was everywhere when that came out, and You Should Have Known Better, Knock Knock. This is the album that she had to go back and do because of her previous album, when Average All Eyes on Me, it got leaked. They they never put it out. So she had to go back in and do all new songs, and this is what she came out with. And I think she killed it on here. You got features from DMX, rest in peace, on "Don't Gotta Go Home." Busta Rhymes is on the remix for "So Gone." You got Tyrese on "Go to Bed Mad." But this is definitely a this is definitely a dope album.
Tyrese.
Yeah, Clarice is on here, and yeah, production from Missy Elliott and Jermaine Dupri, Brian Michael Cox, Soul Shock and Callin, Darkchild Jerkins. Just a banging album, man. And Monica is a great artist, man. Great singer, severely underrated. And this is a dope album.
That's funny because that's actually my number 7.
Okay.
Yeah, so you pretty much took the words right out of my mouth and whatnot too when it
Yeah,
came
you
to.
ain't gotta say shit. Let's get this. Let's get to the next one.
I didn't have to say my thoughts. No, shit. But yeah, this was a very great album. A big improvement over the album that she came out with in 2002, the All Eyes on Me joint and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I love songs. So Gone, I like So Gone, but I'm gonna be real with you. I'm kind of tired of that song just
Yeah,
because that
they
damn
played it a lot. Yeah.
that internet challenge and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
But
God.
yeah, but I love Breaks My Heart. You should have known better. Like this is one of my personal favorite Monica albums, so I fuck with it.
Yeah. Number 7 for me is The Love Below. Love this album. Andre's first solo album. Great album. Production done by Andre. Everything done by Andre. And this to me, I always love this one over Speaker Box. And yeah, he has some joints on here. Prototype and Hey Ya was everywhere. I got tired of that song. Um, Dracula's Wedding was one of my favorites. With Khalees and Roses was on that joint. That was a fire. Him and Big Boy. Just a great album. You know what I'm saying? And I know for the anniversary, it was last year. They put out a he put out the Dracula's Wedding videos, like an animated video and shit.
Hmm.
I really enjoyed that one, and yeah, this is always will be a classic to me. Definitely, um, Five Mics, in my opinion.
Dope. All right, so my number 6 is the Isley Brothers with Body Kiss. This is a very dope album.
Hmm.
Yes, it was produced by R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? This is actually, Mr. Big's era, Isley Brothers.
Right.
I like this album. You know what I'm saying? I love songs like Body Kiss with Lil Kim, Busted with JS is a classic. What Would You Do, Part 1 and Part 2. Kelly went by the Pied Piper on this album, which that's a very smart nickname for somebody going through allegations at that time. I want to keep my mouth shut on that. But
I'll do.
yeah, man, I actually like this album more than Eternal, to be real with you. I feel like this one often gets underrated. It's a nice, consistent album when it comes to the Isley Brothers. This is like their 5th decade at this time. And shit. So yeah, very dope album. Classic.
Number 6 album we just talked about last week, Erica Badu, Worldwide Underground. Love that album. Very underrated. And we had joints like Back in the Day and Bump It, I Want You, The Grind featuring Dead Prez. Love of My Life, Worldwide with Queen Latifah, Bahamadia, and Angie Stone was dope. Just a solid album, and yeah, that was one of her best albums to me.
Definitely, I definitely agree with you. So my number 5 is Luther Vandross with Dance with My Father. This is actually his last album he did before he passed away in 2005. Very great album in my personal opinion. I feel like this one is definitely a nice fitting And when it comes to his legacy, everyone knows that song, Dance with My Father, which is a very dope song. But I also like the cover of The Closer I Get to You with Beyonce. Very
Mhm.
dope cover. It's not touching Roberta and Donnie's version, of course, but it was a nice effort. Lovely Day with Busta Rhymes was pretty cool too. That was a cover to Bill Withers song. I like the song he did with Foxy Brown. Yeah, Luther and Foxy Brown on the album. That's interesting. But yeah, this one was pretty great. Um, yeah, the 2000s. I like this album and self-titled one from '01. I feel like that one was pretty dope too. But yeah, nice track, nice album.
All right. Number five for me is Khalees with her second album, Tasty, produced by the Neptunes and Raphael Sadiq. Andre 3000 is on here on the track called Millionaire. See, you see how that goes? He's on her album, she on his album, the same year drop. You got Raphael Sadiq on two songs on Glow and Attention. You got Nas on here when she was this is the time when she and Nas were going together. He's on the song called In Public. You got the big hit song Milkshake, which is what everybody was checking for at that time. One of the biggest songs of '03. But it was just a great album. Sugar Honey Iced Tea, that was like one of my favorite songs. It was just a dope album from Khalees. I still feel like our best album is Kaleidoscope, but this was pretty good. Her third album actually did. Her second one was Wonderland. That was only released overseas though. But this was a good third album for her. Definitely enjoyed it.
Dope. My number four is Beyonce with Dangerously in Love. This album came out like June of 2003. This was like her solo debut. You know, when Destiny's Child was pretty much going on a little hiatus. Very, very, very dope album. I love songs like Crazy in Love, Be With You, Me, Myself, and I. You know, ironically, the cover of Close I Get to You was also on this album as well too. So you see how that shit goes together, But
Hmm.
yeah, this one was pretty dope album.
All right, number four, I got Mary J. Blige, Loving Life. A return to her What's the 411 My Life Days with this album. It was produced by the Diddler and the Hitman. Dr. Dre's on here. He produced Not Today. I mean It's a Rap. He did that joint. And we had joints like Love at First Sight with Met the Man. That was the first single. We had Willing and Waiting, All My Love. Um, you know, she had couple of collaborations on here. Method Man was on this. 50 Cent was on here. Jay-Z was on here. So it's definitely like if you missed What's the 411 and My Love, that sound from Mary, I think that's her best shit anyway. This is like a return to like that era with Love and Life.
Definitely. All right, so we recently done a review on this album. So my number three is Erica Badu's Worldwide Underground. Recently done a review on that. All I'm gonna say is a very dope album, ode to old school hip hop. Very much dope album, classic. Check out the review. Peace.
That was fast.
I know. I'm kind of hungry.
Oh, that's what it is. You decided to do two things in one live stream. You could have did
I
something.
know. I know. That's why I'm gonna end it right after I finish this up. I'm not gonna stay on for too long anyway.
All right, number three for me is Kel's Chocolate Factory, one of his
But
best
that's my
albums.
number two. What the fuck?
I still love R. Kelly. That's just what it is. You had the Ignition remix. You had Snake, Step in the Name of Love, a classic dance track. Everything produced by R. Kelly. He's a great super producer. And this was just a banging album. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when it came out, it was selling everywhere. You had collaborations with Ron Isley and Fat Joe's on here, Big Tigger, Ja Rule. Just a phenomenal album from R. Kelly.
Yeah, man. So
And limited edition comes with the Loveland album.
right. I need to get that version.
Yeah.
So
Eric,
yeah,
where you at?
R. Kelly Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. This is among my favorite R. Kelly albums. I still bump to this shit to this day.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, the Loveland OG version, man, that is fire too.
Uh-huh.
If that would have even came out before Chocolate Factory, man, that would have just been his best album, hands motherfucking down.
He did release The World's Greatest. That was a single. That was for
Yeah,
Muhammad Ali.
yeah,
That
that
was
was
released. Heaven I Need a Hug. That was another single.
that was alright. I
What
mean,
you want?
don't get me wrong, the world's greatest. That was a good song, but it's
Uh-huh.
not really been like I won't put that like with the I Believe I Can Fly, the Gotham City. No, Gotham City was my
Gotham
fucking
City was
joint.
dope.
That was
That's
my
one that people don't mention.
yes. The one I don't like the one he did with Celine Dion. I'm just like R. Kelly and Celine Dion. I'm like, plus I've never been a Celine Dion fan like
He
that.
showed his range. He was working with everybody at this point. So
Right. See, all that fucking talent. He just wants to
Mhm.
do all this stupid shit. Nigga. Like, but anyway, Step in the Name of Love. I love that record.
Mhm.
Ignition. I'm gonna. I will bump the OG and the remake because the OG version is fire too. It has like a nice soulful kind of joint.
Yeah.
Showdown with Ron Isley. Oh my god, that's like one of the best collaborations they've ever done. So
Definitely.
yeah, this is classic R. Kelly, man. This is my number motherfucking 2.
All right, number 2 for me, Beyonce, Dangerously in Love. One of her best albums, great debut from her. Just leaving Destiny's Child and going on her own, and a lot of big hits on here. Crazy in Love, Baby Boy with Sean Paul. You got Me, Myself, and I. You got Signs with Missy Elliott. The Close I Get to You with Luther Vandross, rest in peace. You got another Jay-Z collab, That's How You Like It. 5 9 classic.
All right, and my number 1, I think this might be your number 1 too.
Oh yeah.
The Diary of Alicia Keys.
Yes. You already know.
Right.
Yes.
I was actually close to putting Chocolate Factory as my number 1, but I'm just you know what? I bumped Alicia this album for the longest, and this is definitely one of the most perfect R&B neo soul albums ever. This is her best album, hands motherfucking down.
For sure.
This one, then the first album was followed up with, then you got the As I Am from 07, which that's actually my favorite one from 07 too, but that's another story for a different day. Like, let me tell you the songs this album had. I Ain't Got You, come on, Karma, Diary, Diary alone.
Diary was dope.
Heartburn, So Simple, Slow. Bro, this whole album is just Alicia Keys at her artistic best, in my opinion. Like, classic. It deserves all the accolades it gets.
Facts, definitely. Yep.
Yeah, man. Anything you want to say?
And the limited edition comes with a DVD too. Like when it first came out, it came with a DVD with like the documentary of the making of the album and shit.
Dope.
They re-released it last year for the Diary 20, but it don't got the documentary on it.
I'm just grateful I got the album. Release, right?
Great album, definitely. Right. You Don't Know My Name was
how can I forget that song?
Kanye West when he was saying, you know what I mean? Like, Karma. If I Ain't Got You, like, Dragon Days, phenomenal album.
Man, that beat alone from Kanye, that melody is just so fucking ill.
Yeah.
And everything like that. That do like the drum pattern. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's the piano.
Kanye,
Kanye even the video, they still talk about the video with Mos Def and what he ordered at the diner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen memes out of that whole thing. It's great.
Definitely. All right, so I'm gonna end this off right here. We got a few surprises on deck. You know what I'm saying? And I know this Wednesday at midnight, we're going to definitely do Willow Smith's Pathogen album. Which is a recent album that came out too. We're doing a lot of recent albums.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I really heard great things about this album. I heard it was like a neo, so I heard bits and pieces from it, but I'm actually going to sit and listen to it. I never thought I would actually be doing a Willow Smith review, but you know, I'm always open to anything.
Never heard her music. I met her in person. They were dope. So
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm anxious to hear it. I haven't heard it. It's been on my playlist, so I'm definitely gonna check it out.
definitely. All right, and we're still going to pre-record the you know what tomorrow, right?
Right.
All right,
What
definitely.
time you doing that?
Um, Probably after I get off. I was after. How late you gonna be up tomorrow?
I'll be up. I'm doing a live at probably around 9:30, 10 o'clock. So
Okay, because I was planning on going to the gym after I get off work, so probably when I
all
get
right,
home finally.
cool.
Because it's not gonna be that long. I mean, probably like 20, 25 minutes tops.
All right.
All right, anything you want to say before we head out?
I'm doing a live tomorrow with nostalgic and the hip hop Jedi's on Instagram. Shout out to them. We doing another sequel to the hip hop album covers, the best hip hop album covers all time. So that should be fun. I think they like up to like part 8 now. I want to say so. I didn't make it last week for that one, but I
Oh
think
wow,
part 8 is tomorrow. So that'll be fun.
I definitely can't wait to check it out.
Yeah.
All right, so other than that, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all can check out this Rapsody album. Make sure y'all support it. Shout out to Rapsody, by the way. I met her a while back ago too. So
Oh yeah, she's from Carolina, right?
yeah,
Oh
definitely a down to earth person. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So yeah, definitely got some more R&B lists coming up soon. Hopefully, find a better year and shit like that too.
Oh
So
God, wait, you picked the year. I didn't pick '03.
I know. I said try my light. Hopefully you might like the
Oh,
next.
pick something from the '70s or something, man. Like
Oh, you
you
want
can't.
to do
I
'70s?
didn't like R&B in the 2000s like that. Not everything.
You want to do like '70s, like 75, 76?
'70s had great R&B. I don't think any bad year was in the '70s. So,
Okay.
you know what I mean? When we get to the '80s, it's like hit or miss. '90s was great. I think we did everything in the '90s though,
Yeah.
and we still got the tournament coming up, so that's gonna be great.
Yeah. Okay. I think the next one we should do top 10 R&B albums in 1976 then.
Okay.
Okay. Shit. Yeah, because I was feeling because I feel like I was can't let me talk. Cause with the '70s list and shit like that too, I was like some albums are better than others and stuff like that too. You know, if I'm gonna find like really some great ones, but I feel like we can do some '70s lists.
Right.
I'm ready. But
We can test some heat.
right, we can definitely do that Sunday while we do the Eric Badu double albums.
Cool.
All right. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see y'all niggas later.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.